Midland Railway 1000 class is a class of 4-4-0 steam locomotive designed for passenger work. These were developed from a series of 5 locomotives, 2631 to 2635, introduced in 1902 by Samuel Waite Johnson, which had a 3-cylinder compound arrangement on the Smith system, with 1 high-pressure cylinder inside the frames and 2 low-pressure cylinders outside, and used Smith's starting arrangement. On the first 2 locomotives, independent control of high-pressure and low-pressure valve gears was available. From 1905 onwards, Johnson's successor Richard Dealey built an enlarged and simplified version, eliminating all the Smith refinements and fitting his own starting arrangement, making the engine simpler to drive. These locomotives were originally numbered 1000 to 1029, but in the 1907 renumbering scheme the 5 Smith/Johnson locomotives became 1000 to 1004 and the Dealey compounds 1005 to 1034. 10 more of these were added in 1908 to 1909. The original Johnson locomotives were all subsequently renewed as Dealey compounds, including the now preserved 1000, which was rebuilt and outshopped with a superheater in 1914. Numbered 1000 to 1044 by both the Midland and LMS companies, British Railways renumbered the Midland series of compounds 41000 to 41044 after nationalisation in 1948. On December 23, 1904, locomotive number 1040 was hauling an express passenger train that was derailed at Aylesbury, Buckinghamshire due to excessive speed on a curve. Locomotive number 1042 was hauling an express passenger train that collided with the wreckage at low speed. 4 people were killed. On January 19, 1918, locomotive number 1010 was hauling an express passenger train that was derailed when it ran into a landslip obstructing the line at Little Sockeld, Cumberland. 7 people were killed and 46 were injured. On July 10, 1933, locomotive number 1010 was hauling an express passenger train that was in a sidelong collision with a freight train at Little Sockeld due to a signalman's error. 1 person was killed and about 30 were injured, 1 seriously. On April 12, 1947, locomotive number 1004 was hauling a passenger train which was derailed near Keighley, Yorkshire when a bridge collapsed under it. On April 21, 1952, locomotive number 41040 was one of 2 hauling a passenger train that was derailed at Bleemore Loops, West Riding of Yorkshire when a defective brake hanger on the locomotive caused a set of points to move under the train. Number 1000 was set aside for preservation after withdrawal and restored in 1959 close to its 1914 condition, painted in Midland maroon livery, running enthusiast specials until placed in the temporary Clapham Transport Museum. Though steamed since preservation, it is currently a static exhibit at the Barrow Hill Engine Shed at Derbyshire, having been lent by the National Railway Museum in York. After the grouping, the LMS continued to build slightly modified Mr. compounds as the LMS compound 4-4-0. Nord 3.101, renumbered 3.395 in 1909, mixed traffic 2-6-0 prototype built 1887 by the French Chemins de Fer du Nord to the design of Edouard Savage, withdrawn in 1929. NER Class 3 cubic centimeters number 1619 of the Northeastern Railway 4-4-0 express locomotive rebuilt in 1898 from a 2-cylinder compound. This was W. N. Smith's first application of his patent compound system. 4 Robinson 4-4-2 Atlantic locomotives, classes AD and AD, built 1905 to 1906 as Smith compounds for the British Great Central Railway. 1 4-6-2 locomotive, number 900. Built by the North British Locomotive Company for the Cape Government Railway in South Africa. 5 4-4-0 locomotives, GNRI Class B, designed by G. T. Glover and built in 1932 for the Great Northern Railway, Ireland. These used the Dealey starting arrangement. André Chapelain's 4-8-4 SNCF 242A1. CSD 476.0/932.34-8-2 1949.